Peace. What's good, everybody? This is Visual Caffeine, special episode 100 with my man John Robinson, co-host, host extraordinaire, MC superstar. Yo, what's up good, John?
Bro, it's good to be back. You know, even though it's virtual, I still feel the energy. I still feel the vibes. And yo, we here, Visual Caffeine.
Yes.
Y'all already know what it is. Today, 100. Come on, bro. 100 episodes, yo.
10 years, bro.
Yo, if you're tapped in right now and you're watching it, yo, clap it up, for real. Clap it up, man. 100 episodes, that's epic. And that's what that means is if you're just tuning in now, you got mad footage to watch, you know, classic footage from all angles. But yeah, today, right, we're going to be talking about our most memorable episodes, at least three, we may even go a little more, but let's say three, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of want to go one more because I want to start by mentioning the episode that I wish I was present at, that I couldn't be present. I was out of town traveling. The Percy P episode, man.
Percy P,
for real.
He was such a nice dude, man.
Yo, salute to Percy, man. Percy is for real one of my heroes, man. Like in this MCing, I heard him young, and when I heard Percy young on the Lord Finesse album, but then also his joints that would come out, his 12-inch records that Stretch and Bob would play and other radio stations at the time. And it just really had me like, yo, this dude's style was just so classic, but just deadly, treacherous, and then you meet him in person and you're like, yo, he's such a gentleman, cool guy. And that made it even more classic,
I remember him being in front of Fat Beat selling his stuff and just chilling there.
Yo, that's what I wanted to mention, yo. I got to connect while living in Los Angeles between 03 and early 07. Percy was living out there as well. And I got to connect with him on the West Coast. So imagine, first time we linked up, he had a show later that night at El Rey with J-Lid, right?
Ooh.
And, R.I.P. J Dilla, salute to Madlib. So we, chilling all day at the crib, running around LA, and we're going to head to the show later, so we drive to the show. Whatever we get out, Percy's like, yo, man, yo, Sam, I'm gonna show you just how I do my thing. And that's all he said, right? So we get to the line, right? Percy's handing out like magazines. Yo, check this out. Right? Percy P, New York City, He's handing out magazine clippings. He's handing out CD. Yo, check this CD. Yo, this DVD is from the original battle. You might want to have this. Yo, boom. He's putting things in people's hands on the line. And he's just chanting his stats and accomplishments and boom, boom. Like straight up, like so focused, so raw, so real, but put on a clinic. And then walk back down the line and literally start collecting money from people because they didn't want to give what he gave to them back because they were like, I'm sold. Boom, here's the money. Then we're walking in. He said, yo, Jay, you know why I wore this yellow do-rag and this yellow shirt? I was like, because it matched and it looked fly. He was like, well, that too. But no, because when I'm on stage and they see the yellow, when I get off stage and I got all my merch and things like that on me, they could see me anywhere in the building. I'm like, yo, so he really had this whole thing broken down to a science. And I literally saw him make money before we even walked in the place. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, but legit, authentic, just hustler vibe, but not hustler in a negative way, hustler in a, I'm gonna get you this vibe. For real, we're here in LA, I'm gonna get you this New York vibe. Right. And that's what he did.
Independent hustle, man. You got to put out your own story.
Exactly.
That's what you've been preaching. I mean, that's the way to do it.
And clearly it works. Shoot, I feel like there's a couple movie instances that reference Percy P, you know what I'm saying? As a hustler, like selling that music and selling that vibe and really connecting with people all over. So salute to Percy, man. I wish I was at that joint, but of course I watched the joint and yeah, man, it's just so much history with that guy, but the humble spirit and gentleman that he is, man, he will always shine.
Yeah, it's Percy P, y'all. Check me. Listen, I'm from a fast pace, mass wasteland where they blast chase. The last case they found in the trash, face down, get your ass laced. Feds hire acts with wiretaps, cause I inspire cats to bring buyers back who admire that Gray's papaya rap. Pack heat, let gas creep up my rap sheet. Some cats that sleep in front of fat beats, the ghetto back streets. Percy P heard of me verbally, murder beat urgently, put rappers in murdery, surgery, third degree burns. I know this hater named Ricky, his girl Nikki wanna get with me. Say stick me just a quickie, lick me and leave it hickey. A stick instead of tricking bread in his chicken heads. One got slick and said I ain't shit in bed, she must be licking lead. Better let your God recognize the rhyme, respect the highs. I never sweat the lies about me, haters check your eyes. One verse, lung burst as I done first. Slums, guns, hearses don't stun, purse where I'm from's worse. Got a ladder on stage, women running, coming every 8 to flinger, ring on my finger, the singer lingers unengaged. Got my band trailing, your hands sailing, fans scaling, jam railings like it's Van Halen. It's the man who rip clicks and clans. When shit hits the fan, you won't get to land shit with the hands that can check Madonna. Money your threat to minor, and bet you find a chick with a wet vagina dripping with my cassette behind her. I know your ass heard her. Percy P, your whole crew versus me, could that'd be first degree mass murder.
I mean, we've been real lucky with the people we've had. Stott X, you know.
Oh yeah, Bob Power, Prince Poe, Shabam, Thirst,
Napoleon the Legend,
Napoleon the Legend, Queen Heroin.
Yes.
Steam TMT. Come on, yo.
I mean, we've had a whole bunch. Thurston Howell,
Ralph VJ Ralph, Uncle Ralph.
I know, yo. Imagine that. He was another nice dude. Maxwell Melvins from the Lifers group.
Yeah, salute to Maxwell Melvin. So as I'm running these down, no pets, like really, I'm supposed to pick 3. Come on, man, they're all memorable.
I got some. It's hard for me too because I got some before you joined the team. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
So, I mean, we had rest in peace, Lord YODA X was the first one from the Crash crew. He was really instrumental in helping me set it up. Gave me the courage to step over the line and start Visual Caffeine. But he was the first interview we've had. Rest in peace, Easy Rock, Skip, very good friend of mine. We had him and YODA talking about their trip to Iraq with the to entertain the troops.
Yeah,
that was crazy. That was a crazy story. K-Banger was on there. Our boy K-Banger was on there a couple times.
No doubt.
B-Boy.
You know who else I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of, wasn't James Top on there?
Yeah, James Top too, exactly.
Yeah, salute to those people.
Yeah. So we've had, almost basically all elements we've had on there. I did an interview with a B-Boy crew out here in Brooklyn. So we've represented all elements, including knowledge. That's all these cats didn't just talk about the elements; they talked about their experiences and stuff.
Go and keep flowing. Word up. Peace to Jay Dilla. Word up. Yeah. 1, 2. On the count of 3, say raise up these streets. 1, 2, 3.
Raise up these streets.
Yeah, raise them. Got a lot of people to blaze. What? This is how we do it. We've been doing this for days. What? Talk about police brutality, terrorism. This is how we do it. Yo. We spread the wisdom to the children. Stay building, leaving their minds filled in. Yo, tell them what the dealing.
The dealing is you know your rights. You might save your life and save the mic. So if you an MC, you better drop the knowledge. Drop that wisdom. I ain't talking about college.
Exactly. It's Brooklyn free speech, expressionism. This is how we do. I told you before, we spread the wisdom to men, women, and children. Always stay building. Yeah, coming back, stunning, amused.
You can call me a revolutionary matriarch. I walk like this and I walk through the park. It's after dark, it doesn't matter what time of the day. I still say each and every day, hey.
Yup, the only thing constant in the universe is change. That's why we're revolutionaries, yet we bring change. This is how we do it. We've been doing this thing for days, years and months, yo. So,
you know the call, we free them all. From Mumia, Abul Jamal.
Peace.
Everybody in the place to be. We gotta come like this and be out in the streets.
Yup, out in the streets, Visual Caffeine. This is how we do. All the people know what I mean. It's the visuals that make you wake up and see it clean. Chris, this is how we do. It's the lyricists, indigenous to this hip hop tip. Every time we come, Mike, yo, the backs that flip like an acrobatic gymnast. The lyricist in danger. This is how we do. Situations getting stranger,
but don't call me a stranger. Call me the remainder of the equation. The equation is white supremacy, and the latent is I know how it is with discrepancy. So kids, read up and do the math. Learn to college, go after class, and still do the studying. You know how it is, get your feet all dirty and muddying.
Freestyling like Alice in Wonderland, or Alice in Wonderland, but I'd rather Alice Coltrane. John Robinson's style come off the brain. Yo, it's so hard in the streets to maintain, so we think forward, it's always flawless. This mic got a chord, so it's not a cordless. All around the world, they're gonna adore this. Cooking it step by step, slow like a tortoise.
And you can afford this. It's sustainable, it's good for you. And the remaining two things to do is what you must be and see. Never sleep and never be off the beat.
Peace.
Let's get on track and see. Let's see if we can pick 3 that really, touched us and stuff. So you go first, my brother, and then we'll build on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first and set it off and say, salute to the Puerto Rican himself, man, the general, the low-life general himself, Thurston Howe III, man. Yeah. Like, such a G, such a gentleman, just such a thought guy. He's a real heady guy, and he's one of those, there's a method to the madness type of guys. And I love cats who, they already know what the method is. The method's been proven and tested, and it's like Thirst is someone who has shown us just consistency for so long, for so long, over 2 decades of consistency as it relates to independence, as it relates to quality output of music, vocals, visuals, just the whole package. He's already he set the tone for that DIY, everything's in-house, but it's not cutting corners. It's still high level, top tier quality, but we own it. We own all our intellectual property. So salute to Thurston. I guess the main reason I mentioned that one first was just how much Thirst was willing to share, how much he broke down the story, just he got down to the intricacies of like personal life and his upbringing and the beginning of Low Life and just his realm as an MC, but just as a hip hop practitioner from early and how that developed and, a lot of things, man. So it was amazing to have him feel just vibed out enough to share in that way, man. So I say salute to him, because even someone who's known him for many years prior to that interview, we didn't know each other that well, and that interview taught me a lot about Thurston Howe III, straight from the man himself, so
processing the fact that he took the low lights from somebody that the police chased to now he's doing things with Ralph Lauren himself. You know what I'm saying? They put out a book. They got a documentary coming out with Kevin Garnett, I think it is, that's producing it. I mean, they had their own clothesline. I mean, I bought a hat just to support. Brother was on point.
And it's globally respected, globally respected, and this is a very, very integral part of culture, as it relates to our journey and generation in hip hop. The Low Lives has been there from our beginnings till now, and as you said, constantly elevating and doing next level things, but it's globally recognized and saluted for sure. So peace to the Low Lives, peace to Thurston Howe III, of course. And if you haven't seen that, go check that episode out.
I'll put the link underneath so you can go, right to it. But it's on youtube.com, Visual Caffeine TV.
Yep.
You could check out all the episodes we're talking about.
Yeah, yo.
You're sitting here, you're tuned in, and you're now listening to the epitome of what it means to be independent in the game, pulling people in, letting everyone be a part of it, but also learning each step of the way of the journey and mastering your craft and living it,
Gotta live it. If you don't live it, you're not gonna go far. If you don't live it, you're gonna give up a couple of steps, I remember a man told me one time, I look at the extents I had in my career or whatever, but I look at the things people told me. One businessman told me, during the gold rush and all that, how many people drilled for gold for years and they quit when they were 2 feet away from the gold and didn't know, sold it off, and then somebody else. I look at stories, documentaries of like Benny Hill and Samuel Jackson, people who it took them 20 years before even getting noticed, but they continuously stuck with their journey for 20 years. And no matter what, you got to be in it to win it. So as long as you're involved, no matter how it happens, if you continuously stay consistent and you stay involved, you're gonna have a breaking point at some point where it's gonna work for you and it's gonna work in your favor. Just believe in yourself, believe in your dreams. If you got family members, mother, wife, whatever, who support you, be grateful.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with one of my favorites, or one of the ones that stuck out to me, which was Scheme, the graph writer Scheme.
Yeah, man.
How he broke down the same thing. He broke down the culture. He broke down his involvement in it. I mean, if you don't know who it is, check out Star Wars. He's in there talking to his mom, and he was building, a relationship with his mom. Turns out, he's an Army veteran. I mean, all these interesting things that we learned from these people. But Scheme is definitely one you got to check out. Graph writer Supreme. He's still doing his thing all over the world, not just here in the States, but all over the world.
All over the world.
Ego. He can come up and talk to you. He reaches out every once in a while just to say peace. Very nice dude. And I'm so, one of my heroes. That's where I come from, is the writing element. So I've been following this guy for years, and to be able to talk to him and keep in touch is it's incredible, man.
No doubt.
So,
man. Salute the Scheme, man. All that you said, man, for sure. And I've been blessed through this interview and connecting through you, just like still having a connection with the brother and being able to build with him. And shoot, I wrote a tribute song called All City. What I'm saying? And it was definitely rooted from that Star Wars scene when he's building with his moms in the kitchen, and it was like, rest in power to Inspector Willoughby. The first time my brother Four Winds and I saw Star Wars properly was with Willoughby showing it to us, but already being well versed in it. And when that scene came up, he paused it and he said, yo, this how serious we got to be about this, like this, and that's why I said that in the rhyme. I said, most elders think it's a death wish, but parents just don't understand, man, like Fresh Prince, because they're not going to get it. They don't see what we see. And it was like seeing Scheme, like, nah, it's about being all city on every cut. And his mom's is right there. I'm like, yo, bro, you bugging. But it was like that determination. It doesn't matter. Like, Ma, no, you got to understand. It's bigger than just everybody seeing it. It's me seeing it and me doing it for me, And it's like and even in the interview when he broke down, the difference between a graffiti artist and a graffiti writer, no disrespect, but yes, the graffiti artists are probably paid for their commission mural or painting somewhere safely. And it's, a commission job of some sort of they've been hired or they're painting in, the security of their own homes. Graffiti writers are like literally doing illegal business, like risking their lives and freedom to do this art and make it happen. And, things like that. But then also just seeing him, share so much in the interview too, but then also seeing him in real life just enterprise off of that time from Star Wars to now. He's just learning, I'm gonna do this piece. I'm gonna do these limited edition hoodies. There's only 20 of them. Get now, I'm gonna do these unique, small pieces on stickers and there's only 10. Boom, get them, and just to enterprise in that way. I love when the OGs are able to stay with the times and figure out how to communicate with their audience all over the world in the 21st century successfully, man. So salute to that, So
that was my first pick.
Damn.
So what's your next one out of the three?
Yeah, man. We mentioned so many. Wow. It's hard, but I'm just going with the heart, and I'm gonna say, I gotta say, VJ Ralph McDaniels, man.
Got you. Yeah, that was
like to sit with that brother. First off, to sit with that brother. I don't even know if this was on camera or not. I can't remember, but to introduce myself and him say, "Yeah, I know who you are. I got your music." And that alone was like, oh man, I could have walked out the building and got in my car and went home after that, So salute to him, because this is someone that, we learn from. Video Music Box is not typically just a video show. That was an institution. You know what I'm saying? That was a real deal learning institution.
Everybody ran home to watch Video Music Box.
Everybody. Think about it. You didn't just get hip hop videos alone. You got so many other like videos that just fit the aesthetic and was on brand and alike to the vibe. So it just worked. So I remember seeing things like, a Phil Collins video on Video Music Box, or seeing a Tears for Fears video, or one of those like, Euro eclectic joints from the 80s, but at the same time, it was hip hop-esque as it relates to the production and the drums and the style of it. It was hip music of the time. So it worked, but it was an education for us. It allowed us to think outside of just the hip hop in our communities and what we were seeing. It made us want to be music lovers, and just have a larger palette for just good music.
I couldn't believe that we were sitting there interviewing him, and another person with no ego, because we actually had to do that interview twice, because the first time the audio messed up.
That was amazing too. Yeah, so imagine.
And he was so nice about it. He's like, "Oh, I understand. I've been around cameras, over 20 years or whatever." And I was like, "Well, I didn't even know what to say."
Nah, that was amazing, bro, because he was so patient and so down. And real talk, I felt like the second interview was better just because I was more prepared at that time. Like after doing the first one, I was more prepared. It was almost, instinctual.
Well,
I knew what I wanted to say off the top. I knew just what stories I wanted to pull out. And that's the thing, Ralph is a storyteller, man. Uncle Ralph is a visual storyteller from then to now, and he's a true visionary. Like, he's also someone who's been able to enterprise off of his idea from 3 decades ago, right? And still keeping it going, and still keeping the brand going and the movement going in this intentional way. And I love that Uncle Ralph is very much into like the new wave of technology, as it relates to building this app and other things that he has his hands in, the video DJing, etc. He stays on the wave, so that lets us know this is real deal to him. That's how he began. And, it's lovely to have built with him. But again, that's another one. If you haven't watched that, you definitely want to tap into that, because Uncle Ralph, like I said, Video Music Box is an institution, and he's literally a walking part of hip hop history. Yep. Word up.
I gotta add that, you said you weren't prepared. Believe it or not, all these times, I think I saw you prepare questions once, and that was to Bob Power. What I'm saying? And I think that's another dope aspect of Visual Caffeine, is it's so generic. Like we basically meet up. We may not talk a month in between, or maybe once or twice. Come and do these interviews, and everything pans out great, because we just go with the flow. I'm saying
exactly.
Conversation and an interview, let's say.
And you know what? I'll reveal some of my techniques. Some of my technique is I don't always prepare questions. You're right. But I may have bullet points, right. Or if this is someone I just know about, just typically like someone like a Sadat X or Prince Poe, or, I don't got to do that research for them. So it'll be more based on setting off the right question to start the dialogue and feeding questions from the dialogue. Like, you know what I'm saying? As we're talking, I'm hearing the guest speak and storytell, and I'm pulling questions from that to keep adding on to the conversation, because that is important to me, for it to be less of this and just more of a conversation. Like, really.
And it's easier to edit that, man. I got to tell you straight up, editing our show is just basically pulling it off the video and putting it,
that's
I really don't have to edit, because it's just a generic conversation.
Yeah, man.
And then we've had your beats, your ID4 Wins beats.
Yes, and speaking of, I got some more things. So
right, bet. Yes, I mean it's a family affair, man. And a generic show. Visual Caffeine. We promote all the elements of hip hop. Special shout out to DJ Too Fast out of Jersey, one of the first
definitely.
DJ.
Yes.
DJ Cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed us a couple times. And I'll put, all the information where you can catch their episodes at. And, they did some mixes and stuff like that. We had Soul Child. That was a dope episode when you freestyled.
That was a dope episode. Yeah.
Oh, that was ridiculous. You did a time off of F the Police by Jay Dilla. That was retarded. And, we had Shabam Sadiq perform. That was a funny episode because he didn't even remember that the episode was that night. So we only had one take, and we did that, right like that.
Yes. And there's just a shout out to the Drop in Science, right? There's so many sessions that we're not even really thinking about. We had some cool freestyle sessions, man.
Yeah, we gotta do that again, even if it's over Zoom. We gotta do that.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to
do we have like a Drop in Science kind of mashup?
I think I did an episode on that episode. Actually.
Okay, yeah, post that up too, because I need to go directly to that.
Yo, check it out.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yo,
you lead it out.
Illuminati stole a blueprint from the mind of Marcus Garvey, leave my people clueless. I was born to be a winner, Freddie McGregor groove with. Stone love, intellectual, the masses move with. Got you screaming new-ish instead of exclusive, penning right on the spot. Cherish the gold and stir it in the pot. Wholesome gold and water the crops. I thought a lot of great things that rock, usually straight off the top. Word, we got Queen Heroin, live in the place, etc. Go back, yeah, it's not no medicine, nah, we don't do that. This is how we do rap.
Yeah.
Queen Hera,
I'm so
metamorphosis.
excited. I'm ready to cut this man
the
off.
The rawness.
Yeah, the rawness. The
It's all
rawness.
good.
Yo, recognize like Nas, your eyes surprised, cause the sky's behind this dime. We bonita, samita for your speaker, eager to bust with mad personality like people born on a cusp. So bring it then. Ink from the pen, pump through my capillary like my residency is a den. Some dragon type, Adam hype, so Eve, apple from the tree, starting trouble. Can you conceive something so deep? If not, I'll dumb it down. So hot like underground, pipes busting, hummer trucks and bling bling, or your poppy chulo sting thing. Watch me rebirth this hip hop culture like Easter. So Playboy, Bunny and Spring, fling you bring, I'm royal, monogamous, rockin' this, committed, locked in this like sing. So you think you ready, then bring, I'm lethal, breaking egos like rough sex to G-strings. Queen, Hera, Visual Caffeine, get caffeinated, y'all.
Word up.
Yeah. They are.
Yo, live in the place, Visual Caffeine. Live in the place, Visual Caffeine. JR. Queen Heroin, DJ Too Fast, of course, we all gonna win. It's the triad. It's the joint like Bahamadia and the Roots. We do this different angles, acute, or the 90 degrees. We standing on our square. John Robinson here, Queen Heroin right there. Live and direct to live in your set. This is live interject. You can catch this on internet. VisCaff.com. We drop bombs on the regular places. Tie up your laces. Get back to basic skills, basic drills. This is how we do, yo, it goes on for real. Off the top of the brainstem, what should I say to them? I don't know, I maintain gems. Never mess up, I manifest stuff on a regular. Hit you with, oh man, where's my cellular? No time for calls right now, we bout freestyling, buck wildin'. From here to the X, this how we do. Break necks, back and forth. Yeah, you bop to it. Original, boom bap. They rock to it. Your Queen Heroin.
Boom bap.
Drop
the
to
boom
this.
Bap. I love it when the people clap up in the audience. You know how we do this. I could do this to an accordion or acapella. It doesn't matter. I love my fella. Dope dude. You know how I do it. I get rude. On some, let's see, Lady Saw. I get raw.
So Peds, what's your second pick, man? I got the VJ Ralph McDaniels. What's your second pick?
My pick is T-Kid. The terrible T-Kid.
Yes, salute.
Another world famous writer from the Bronx, Terrible T-Kid. That was an incredible episode as well, man. I mean, I'm almost speechless because he was so nice too. I mean, this is a guy that's internationally known. Goes to, he don't know who we are. We interview him, and he ends up being one of the nicest brothers I've ever met.
That's what's up.
Broke down his whole history with writing. Just an incredible episode, man. I mean, I'll put the link for that one too, but definitely check out Terrible T-Kid, and I'll put his link on there and everything. But that was one of my favorite episodes as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got so many, man. I mean, wow. I mean, you know, I could say the Sadat, because that was full circle for me. You know, Sadat's definitely one of my heroes. Brand Nubian Brothers, period.
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna go with Bob Power for my third.
Yes.
And reason being, you know, this is not an everyday interview. You know, Bob Power is not someone I feel like we all day have access to. You know, a lot of our comrades in the network that are still amazing, it's, you know, it's more alike, so it's easier conversation and to make it happen. The fact that Bob was down based on y'all just connecting with him at that conference and asking him straight up, like, and him just saying, yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then it was available, but not only did we do it, we went to his studio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he was another brother that had no ego, man. No ego at all.
No ego.
He didn't let us leave until we took a picture with him.
So do you remember his answer for, so Bob, you've been doing this, you know, 3 decades now. What's your favorite equipment? You remember his answer?
These are my favorite pieces of gear.
Yeah, and when he said that, PEDS, like, I never forgot it. I've repeated that over 200 times probably, like, for real. Just telling people, because those are the type of gems that you get from like these humble giants and humble geniuses that mean everything. Like, you know, just to tear off, but on topic, the first time I met Dilla and I told him he was the illest cat, one of the illest cats doing what he's doing right now. He looked me dead in my face and said, nah, I'm just pushing buttons, dog.
Wow.
And it was just like gut-wrenching humility. Like, whoa, like, yo, how dare you say that? Like, you could have said, I know, no doubt, you know, and I would have been like, word, you know. But it was such a humble response, man. I never forgot it. I never forgot.
That was dope. We were up in his studio, and you know, all it took was really Sandy, my wife, Lady Lick. She just reached out to him, and he had his back.
But you know what? He shared a lot, man. That was a very powerful interview as it relates to really the mindset of being in the music in that way. Like, he let you know that it's not about a piece of equipment or, you know, a certain setting. It's really about you and what you put into it and what you want to get out of it, and the work and the study that you put into it, the openness that you got to be to receive what you want to get. And it's just amazing, just all of the next level talent that Bob's been associated with, man. Like, come on, some of our favorite music, this guy is behind the boards, like, no joke. No joke, you know, Tribe, Roots, Erica, you know.
And on that level, we also had Skeff Anselm.
Exactly.
That was a good episode too. I don't think
Skeff Anselm, he gets props too. And actually, we learned that we've been saying his name wrong the entire time, right? It's not Skeff Anselm, it's Skeff Anselm.
Right, Anselm. Yeah. That was a dope interview too, man.
Super dope.
I mean, it's hard to pick 3. I'm sitting here thinking about the third one, and I don't even know where to go. You know. Yeah. Well, let me put it this way. I think, to tell you the truth, the third one is the one with Skip and YODA, with Easy Rock and YODA.
Right.
They explained this was over YODA's house, Lord YODA X, and this was over his house, and we were just building on the USO tour, and just the reason they went out there was not for any fame or anything. They were the first hip hop crew to go out there in Afghanistan and Iraq to visit the troops.
Wow.
And just the way they built on it, and you know, it was dangerous and everything, but they met troops from the Bronx up there that started b-boying during their set.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying, with M16s on their back, but they were still doing it. They saw throw-ups, like some of the cats out there doing throw-ups on, you know, tanks and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah. For those that don't know, a throw-up is like the bubble letters. No. They're done real quick, so they're called throw-ups.
Wow.
But he was just and you know, they sat in Saddam Hussein's palace, and we're just, you know, it was just a dope episode, and I'll put the link up for that too.
Yeah, that's epic, bro. That's
you know, and Easy Rock was another one. He had no ego. We stayed in touch. He helped me with, you know, I have Parkinson's, so he helped me out with that. We left messages for each other. I went to his house for Thanksgiving with my wife. I mean, it was incredible, you know, but that's one that really touched my heart, because it's two dudes that really were instrumental in, you know, in my life at the point, you know, at that time. So I might have to go with that. It was at his house, like I said. His daughter was there with her friends, and they were listening to the episode. It was just a touching episode. It was really dope.
That is dope, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, Skip.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I've seen that episode.
Yeah, I got to see, because some of them weren't digitized, so I got to digitize some of them.
Got it.
And also, you know, putting it up on YouTube. I'll send you the MP4 if I can't put it up on YouTube, because they you know, he did mixes and stuff, and they take some of the music off.
All good.
Yeah. So that was my third one that I really enjoyed. But, you know, like you said, we could go on forever with that.
Kruger, Myers, Jason, Leatherface, Bates Motel, murder rappers when I'm on a paper chase. No filler, Godzilla on track, breathe fire on buildings and level your city flat. Where you at? I'm like Vincent Price, a thriller. Narrate the horror, hear the screams in your building. Maniac attack tracks like serial killers. Leave no trace of evidence for forensics. Rugby duffel, muffler on a pistol. Don't piss me off and make this into an issue. Do you like Bobcat tractors and straight lift you? Cement you into the wall and family will miss you. Reaper kiss you on your forehead, the flow cold red. Hazmat chemical splash your front line dead. Disintegrated. Every song you made I hated. From the words to the cadence and the way you say it. Yo, we live and direct, we live and project. You can catch us live on the internet, viscaff.com, yo. Word, yeah, we drop bomb, yo. Top flight, we aim high, coasting. No alibis, shaping my destiny each step of the way, king. Eyes on the prize, y'all, far from a plaything. Patience awakens greatness on a higher plateau. Follow what's natural to your desire. Actual life or script is transpire. The real thing, no informer. Rocking the wire, no. Authentic, splendid. Highly recommended. Intended to do what I said in every sentence. Endless. Yup, it's all around the world, tremendous. To think, yo, it grew from a sentence. So much ground to cover, it gets strenuous. Just calling the president, we hold it down, continuous. Way young kid, been a lyricist. Native to the culture, roots indigenous. Such vivid bliss. Be flipped and keep it tasty like licorice. Sometimes it gets nasty, bitter like clitoris. Ridiculousness. When we come back, you ticklish. Back girl, this is how we do. Yo, the rap world get kinda shady sometimes. But we come back, independent is in these times. So we run that all the time. Shabazz Sadiq, Doc Strange, and we put you in the style range. Wave riders get splashed by the riptide, crack your surfboard, wash you up quick, snitch eye. The previous was just a fraction of my fortitude. My bars break back, snap necks, we onto you. Swooping in from an aerial view, we spotted you, red dotted you, now you a thought of the past. A memory of an enemy, caught in a muzzle flash, say cheese. None of that tough guy act last. At last, the soothsayer, the true sprayer, say your prayers before I hit you with a few layers. Your man corny, he bore me with the most stories of his past glories. Rolling with a better army, your chick army.
Yo, it's been incredible. 100 episodes. I never thought I'd be in the same room with Sadat X. That was a dope interview. You know, we had food in the green room and stuff. He ended up eating my bagel, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I walked in there and I was like, oh, I'm so hungry. I'm going to get a 5-minute break to have my bagel. He was in the middle of eating that shit. I was like, oh, man, I can't say nothing. He didn't know, though. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, oh.
Yeah,
man.
he didn't know. He didn't know.
We had a nice fruit plate out there, and he dug that. You know, we try and treat these people as much as, you know, as they deserve, man, you know?
No doubt. No doubt.
I
feel like there's always, that's the thing. There was always dope fruit plates and, you know, different things. So yeah, salute to Lady
how many times have you gone into an interview or something and they don't have nothing, like not even water, not even like a thank you or anything? It's just like, okay.
It's that little touch that helps, right?
Yeah.
And let's be honest, if it was all up to us men, we probably wouldn't have anything anyway.
We gotta salute the queens for that. My wife, Lady Elix, Sandy, she I couldn't do this without her.
Of course.
She be my ridiculous self. And we also have a nice crew who's all women too. That's
let's shout out the crew, man.
Latanya, Cheryl, Jay.
Yep.
Record Connect. That's the cool brother that we met at the what was that at Beer Wax into the 90s.
Yes,
that was a dope episode too.
Very dope.
That was real dope. With La Bruja ripped it.
Salute
Alaska,
to La Bruja.
Alaska, you. I don't even remember all the names, man. It was just incredible.
Oh yeah, it was incredible night. Salute to Pays. Salute to Cryptic One. Salute Yeshua the Poe D.
Yeah.
Yes. Rest in power to Pumpkinhead. We were celebrating him that night.
Yeah, and we did a Pumpkinhead tribute. Remember, for his passing, we did it at his school. Were you involved with that one?
Absolutely, absolutely. Salute to GMS. Salute to Poison Pen.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the whole crew who was out there. Team Hami just representing, man. And we wanted to do that because, for me, Pumpkinhead is one of my brothers. I really connected with him early in our creative journey, and we got to know each other outside of just music. Like, we literally used to hang and break bread and talk about real shit. So love forever, and always love to the squad. So
that was episode 51.
Yeah,
I remember that one because we did it in a playground of his middle school.
Yep.
In Brooklyn. Yeah, so it was IS 51, I think it was. So it all matched up.
Yo, sip Jameson, make bangers then, channel my anger then, hop on the stage again. Used to fade in my boxing, I'm moxing, drunk 20 years, body full of toxins. Everything Brooklyn, everything golden, everything Fulton, everything no string. Bound to stole my click up for no reason. Mayweather outfit get zipped up for no reason. Yeah, Captain Morgan in my Captain Crunch. Yeah, cool nigga, but I'm out to lunch. Ain't at the club thirst trapping with you bum niggas. I'm out front macking waiting for the drunk bitches. She pull my beard and grab my gut, so I'll pull her hair and grab her butt. Team Hami, motherfucker, y'all ain't half as tough. Resume official when your stats ain't adding up.
That was dope. People were doing freestyles and stuff. It was dope. We definitely celebrated his legacy, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I feel like, people out there tuned in, we encourage you, go back, dig in the crates, dig in the visual caffeine crates, because there's a lot of content and just a lot of not just dope interviews for the sake of only entertainment. There's a lot of empowerment. There's a lot of high level practitioners sharing gems and insight and experience and perspective that you could literally be inspired from and activate in your own life, in your own creative journey. So don't sleep, man. And this brother right here, again, PEDS, we met over 20 years ago now. You know what I'm saying? And the first Science of Life record, right? He drew the unk with the mic, you know what I'm saying? On our first vinyl, so that's how far we go back. We're literally from the beginning of my professional creative journey, and we're still connected now. And nothing could stop us. We going live through the virtual airwaves for right now. And salute to you tuned in. And again, check out some of these epic episodes, because there's a lot of them. 100.
We've known each other for a while, man, and I always tell people my favorite MCs is KRS and John Robinson.
I love it, man. Thank you.
Thank you. You put out great stuff from every production on your own. Basically, if the beat is dope, you're gonna rock on it.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And I'm just
that you inspire me as well. Like, I'll put your music on and draw and stuff and just lose myself, man.
Thank you, brother. Because what it is right now, man, it's been a blessing to continue to be inspired, right? To continue to want to do this without being forced or pushed or feel like a task. It's like, I'm still very excited about all of it. And that's been a huge blessing, just to feel excited in this way and continue to just pour in. So salute. I gotta say salute to Blue. You know, we have a record out right now called King JR. He produced the whole record, and yeah, man. Again, that was the epitome of just trusting some of the young creatives that are in my network with their ideas and letting them drive the car, and jump in the ride with them and collab in this cool way. And that's what that record spells out, man. And I've been getting great responses, a lot of support from the DJs all over. And yeah, salute to everyone who's been supporting and playing it. We'll have these limited edition cassettes finally in. The manufacturing was delayed a little bit. So if you've been patient, thank you. And yeah, man, always salute to Visual Caffeine. If you're not in tune, PEDS already mentioned on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/Vis Caff TV or Visual Caffeine TV. Visual Caffeine TV. You see it right there. Check the vibes out, man. There's a whole heap of archives, you know, and there's so many I can't even remember them all. Like, that's how many there are, you know, and I'm talking just the ones I was connected to. There's that many. I don't know them all off the top, but I know there's a lot of amazing ones.
Yeah. And also shout out to like Austin. He's a writer from Holland. He showed his love. We got 2 walls in Holland that he did. You know, so we have reach out in Australia. Shout out to the Australian crew out there, Bulgaria. I mean, we're in, you know, universal for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
A blessing to get you know emails and stuff from people all over the world, man. And you know, you've been a great part of that. I couldn't have done, you know, I wish we linked up earlier so we could have done more together. But you know, a lot of stuff was ruined by this whole COVID stuff. We didn't put out episodes for a while. You know, we're back. We're gonna be doing more now with the Zoom.
No doubt.
You know, now we can reach out more in the Brooklyn area. Now, I want to give us a real shout out to the people at Brick, the Brooklyn Be Free, the TV station where we filmed at, and where we
no doubt.
You know, the staff there has been great. Rab, I mean Zach, who does the sound. Dan, who's helped me from day one. It's just been a really good experience there. And, you know, I get support from all the way up to the top. The programming director had me do some canvases for Brick, so my artwork is up there. And I'm just really appreciative that they take their time out and help us. You know, I had to make sure to shout them out. Definitely.
Yeah, man. No, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. I mean, we got to let people know that just because you see people in the front facing don't mean it's not a whole squad behind the scene that really helps make this magic happen. Right. So, yeah, I'm glad you shouted out the squad. And again, these are people dedicating their time and energy to make this thing happen. And that's one of the things I loved about Brick, was seeing how, you know, there was so many people just willing to share in that collective way. Oh, you help me with my show, I'll help you with yours, and boom, boom, boom. And people would show up, you know, and I got to know some of the extended staff almost like fam too, you know, because they were always there and just ready to go, man. So that was always appreciated. And another thing, Peds, I was going to say, how can cats tap into the merch, man? I just rocked my Vis Caff t-shirt the other day. I thought about it. I need to take pictures next time, but let people know how they could tap into the merchandise, man.
Right now, we have it on viscaffgear.bigcartel.com.
Okay.
That's how you can get to it. We're going to be taking that down soon, but we're going to be we always put out stuff, you know, limited runs. We got backpacks this time though.
That's what's up. The all over backpacks.
Yeah, the backpacks are ill, man. They're not just cheap. You know, they're quality stuff, man. I made a video for that too. I'll put that up again too.
Okay.
We got backpacks, 2 styles of shirts, and you know, if you ever want custom gear or whatever, you just hit me up at viscafftv@gmail.com. If you want to send in videos, viscafftv@gmail.com. And I mean, we really love the support from the people, and you know, we're gonna be putting out more. I got to give a special thank you to Too Fast and Doc Strange. from Jersey.
Oh, yes.
From Newark.
Salute.
They came all the way from, the show was taped in Brooklyn. They were coming all the way from Newark. Refused for us to, pay them back for tolls and stuff. For all the DJ equipment, supported us all the way through and through. Performed at the 7th anniversary that we have. We got to do another one of those.
Yes.
The 7th anniversary jam with Poison Pen.
No doubt.
I mean, a whole bunch of cats. And DJ Cabin too. He used to, carry his equipment by himself to help us out. So I got to give special shout outs to them too, because they really supported with not wanting anything back in return,
Yeah, man. The first thing I thought when you said Doc Strange?
What's that? Yeah, yeah. He never shows
Doc
his face.
Strange. You can't catch a still picture with that guy's face in it. Like he's just gonna pull his hat down or his hood over, but always in this ill, stylistic, characteristic way. Like, yo, bro, you're a real character.
Yeah, no, he's a real good brother, man. Like I said,
yeah, man. And flows, man. Salute to the OG with the flows, man. Like, yeah,
definitely got his own style, man. That's
man. Yeah.
Yeah, so special shout out to them. Like I said, Too Fast and Doc Strange, Cabin, you, my wife, the crew.
Yeah, man.
I mean, there's so many.
Who else, man? Who pops up? Salute to Rike Medina, man.
Yeah, Rike. That's right, King Rike. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
he's doing his thing too now. He's being a father, working. He takes pictures now.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and they're really good. Like I had to give him some props, and I was like, "Oh, snap! All right."
I love it. He's always been super supportive, man, and down to collab and link. And I know you guys have done a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah. We did a bunch of community stuff.
Exactly.
When I was involved with the Zulu Nation, we definitely represented for the culture. King Rike's out here in Park Slope, Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
He's really dope, man. He's really good brother, man.
It reminded me of that the interview or the episode we did at that garden park.
Yeah, the Guerrilla Republic.
Guerrilla Republic. Salute to Rad Love. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Guerrilla Republic crew, man. That again, man. So many dope episodes. I'm gonna shut up, man, because we gotta keep going.
King Up Rock, we've been trying to, hook up with him. King Up Rock, shout out to him. It's incredible, man. You never know when somebody's gonna be like, well, I know who you guys are. I've seen Visual Caffeine. I don't get it much. I'm not saying that I'm a superstar, but we get recognition here and there.
Yeah, man. You know what, Peds, man? Let's in celebration of the 100th episode, man, as we're talking about some of these dope episodes. Yo, man, let's make me a folder of some of these clips, man. Let's start circulating these joints just to bring people back to them, man. Because, man, there's a lot of great ones, and just kind of look for the jewels and pull them in. Like, yo, you hear this 30 seconds, you're going to want to hear the whole thing,
Yeah.
There's so many, man, and like I said, these are not just entertaining videos only, man. These are like real empowering workshops, for lack of a better expression, sometimes,
that's what we got to kick, is that the first element in hip-hop is knowledge, man.
Exactly.
It should really be the first, because without knowledge you can't get anything else.
Exactly.
Knowledge is first, what I'm saying, and then that it's what you do with that knowledge, that comes next. But we really hit it up there. I couldn't have found a better host, and I know the culture. You're real comfortable in your skills, and it's just been an incredible ride so far, man.
Yeah, man. No, well, we found this new digital space. Let's keep some of this energy going, man. And again, people out there, if you've been watching, of course, it's always love. If you're new, welcome. It's love too. And all I would say is you're tuned into this episode. Yo, put people on to some of your favorite episodes, especially if you've been watching. Like, yo, tap some people in, and put people up on your favorite episodes just by simply on your social media channels, posting up a clip or a link to some of your favorite joints, because again, we want to spread this love, but more so we want to keep this momentum going, and we want to plug people into energy and information that could be useful to them, Definitely.
Yes, and before we go out, I want to thank you again. Catch Visual Caffeine at viscaff.com, youtube.com/Visual Caffeine TV for the vault. We got viscaffgear.bigcartel.com to get shirts and a backpack for back to school.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And before we roll out, so give everybody your information, where they can catch your music, how to get in contact with you, whatever you got coming up. Plug the album one more time. And,
no doubt. Yeah, it's real easy, man. Peace. JohnRobinsonMusic.com. You can find everything there. If you're on social media, hit me mainly on IG at John Robinson Music. And my latest project, King JR, is available on all platforms or johnrobinson.bandcamp.com. But again, johnrobinsonmusic.com takes you everywhere. So tap into that. You could sign up for the newsletter where I share updates. But more so, tap in. Go watch some of the content. There's plenty of videos. There's plenty of music. And, there's a book that I co-authored a year and a half ago with Jay Rawls. And it's just a lot to tap into, especially if you're unfamiliar with what I do. Again, we thank you. We thank you for being tuned in and here with us on Visual Caffeine. Let's continue to spread the love.
Word up. And thank you again, John. Thank you very much, man.
No doubt.
We wouldn't be able to do without you as well, man.
Yeah, man. Salute.
Word. So that's the 100th episode. We're gonna be reaching out to a bunch of people. Like you said, if you want to get your an interview or your music sent, played on our show, Vis Caff TV at gmail.com. Send quality music. We're not just gonna put anything up. We want to maintain the culture and stuff. But
no doubt.
Send your stuff in, man. I'm getting a little emotional here because I can't believe we did 100 episodes, bro.
Yeah, man. We here, and the beauty of it is there's so much to reflect on, but there's so much more to look forward to. Because it's a new paper, right?
Yep. On that note, from our lab in wherever we're at, we're not going to give our locations at. Peace. We love you. Thank you, John.
No doubt.
To your queen, and we'll be back soon, man. Thank you very much, man.
Peace. 100 episodes.
Yes. Peace.
It's John Robinson, peace to the people. Off the top of the cerebral, live and direct, live in your set. This is internet, bizcaff.com, know to drop bomb. This is how we do every time all along. Rhyming off camera, yo, I got the stamina. Every time we come back, yo, it's not hammer, bruh. It's John Robinson flows, I got a lot of them. Don't even question it, always blessed with this. Every time we keep going, flowing and studying the music, confusing like Rubik's Cube box. You thought you saw an illusion, but nah, it was the ill movements. Every time we come through the mic, you show improvement. Yo, it stays sharp like the sword, it's the mic, Lord. You keep touching it, yo, it coming back, boy. Yo, studying the muse, the groovy interlude, put you in the mood when you go back and forth like a Leah funk freaker. Mic the speaker, more soul than Aretha. Yo, I need a baker rapper in the oven, sister, niece, and cousin, cause they buzzing like a killer bee. We got ability, this ain't the Wu-Tang. He run up in your girl, thing, yeah, it's tighter than a shoestring. Every time we come back, it's a new thing. This how we do things. It's off the top of the domain, spitting no profane, going like Rogaine, Xing out no names. This is just a practice, acrobatic flip like gymnasts. This is how we did this. Every time we come, this the business. Yeah, we live at the Brick. This is how we do when you're feeling this. No, we can't curse on the microphone, cause this is Vis Caff. Drink it down every time this night laugh. Yo, we keep going on and on, rocking to the early morn. We don't stop, y'all. We got some guests later on. You gonna feel this song, you gonna feel this song. We go strong. Yeah, on and on. DJ Too Fast to the break of dawn. Yeah, you got the breaks. Live and direct, just alive in your set. And there ain't no fakes, no imposters. Sometimes we eat pasta. Sometimes we cool out in the corner with the rosters. Sometimes we come back on drum track and proper. Yo, we drop it. It's never topic off. This is how we do, we come off top of the domain, like I said before. Yo, you come back, turn it back and it's raw. Then he turn it back around and cause a war. Everybody wanna come through and settle score, but this ain't the Fuji. It's John Robinson live in the place to be. And you can sue me, but you can't see me like a movie. Every time we come back, it ain't Scooby. Nah, no haunted. We come to flaunt this. Every time we come back, yo, it's ill. Metaphoric skill, yo, you're ready and you will. Piece of 716, live in the mix. This is how we do, yo, it's 82 and 6. DJ Too Fast, we about to blast off. Dr. Strange, you're going off. Yo, he's up in the sky. Of course, it's John Robinson. Still little side, still signs of life. It's always forever. This is how we do it, like it's tougher than leather. Just like that, he hit you with the pose. Everybody be like, oh man, I suppose. Which way will he go with the freestyle? This is how we do, I ain't did this in a while. Yo, back and forth, every time he come north like a pendulum. Send him into new dimension, son. Late night like Letterman. I think we should let him in the corridor of the portal. Cause in 20, he was far from normal. Hit you with the ill style, never bore you. It keep going and flowing in steady motion blue. We got you open like the vortex, live for you. And it's wet like raw sex. And it's rugged like Gore-Tex. And it comes with more flex. Every time we come, we break necks and backs with the ill tracks. And it's in the background, but you still hear it in the fore cause the fat sound. That's that hip hop, y'all. The hip is in your hop and you don't stop, right? Yup. He ain't had to write this one. It's off the top of the mind. Bite this one. You can. It don't matter. I got too many rhymes. Can't get it out. So I spit it out. Flavor's nasty like Guinness Stout. What? He tore it out. The notebook. And wrote another one. Off the top of the domain. Brother some. Give the drummer some like James Brown. This is how we do. This is how it goes down. We got the Soul Brother. Number one. Live and direct. Visual Caffeine, son. Peace. Yeah. We live and direct, right here tuned in, Brooklyn, New York City, Visual Caffeine transmitting all over the world. We want to say peace to all the people all over the world that been showing us love directly. Everyone out there in the Europe side of the world, everyone out there in the Asia side of the world, everyone on the West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, wherever you at, out in the Caribbean. Vis Caff says peace and love. We see y'all. Keep spreading the word and definitely keep letting people know about Visual Caffeine. As we gonna keep pouring them gems. Word up, piece by piece. Respect.